You need to tie a why, right? What is your goals? What is your dreams? What are you trying to accomplish? What's going on, Wolves? Eric Ellis here, CEO of WolvesAcademy.com, the Wolf of Marketing. And have you had trouble with motivation? You've been watching all these motivational videos, you've attended conferences, you've attended events, you've read these books, and your motivation dwindled out, right? The stuff doesn't even feel like it works anymore. You used to get really fired up, you used to get extremely excited and ready to tackle those tasks or go to the gym or work on your business, but now that stuff doesn't even seem to work. And the reason why is because the difference of the extremely successful and the people who just get by is that successful people don't rely on motivation. You're probably thinking, well, what are you saying? Of course they're motivated. They're motivated to wake up early in the morning. You have to be motivated, or you have to be motivated to tackle these big tasks or make these phone sales calls every day. They always figure out a way to keep their motivation going, and there's nothing further from the truth. The difference between successful people and non-successful people is successful people don't rely on motivation, they rely on discipline. Unsuccessful people actually don't rely on anything. Most likely sometimes they get motivated and they wait for themselves to get motivated for them to actually take action and to execute on what it is they want to accomplish. So that's what you're going through, right? You're waiting for motivation. You're waiting to get motivated. But let's be honest here. If you wanted to go ahead and get results in the gym and you only went to the gym when you were motivated, what are the chances of you actually getting results? Slim to none, because who really wants to go to the gym? Every so often, maybe once or maybe twice per week, you're like, I feel like going to the gym. But anytime other than that, you kind of have to drag your feet and like, okay, I gotta get this done. I want this nice body, right? And that's literally what success looks like. I don't feel like doing this task, but I gotta get it done anyways. That's the secret to success. It's discipline, right? You need to go ahead and be willing to do the hard things, right? One of my favorite quotes, be willing to do the things today that others aren't willing to do to have what they won't have tomorrow. What does that mean? Sacrifice and discipline. Do the hard things. Now, the secret to being able to do hard things is easing into them. So, for example, if you want to go ahead and start waking up at 5 a.m., I promise you this, when you wake up in the morning, you're not going to be motivated to wake up at 5 a.m. You're going to want to hit that snooze button, right? So motivation's not going to go and get your butt out of that bed, right? It's not like you're going to go and wake up out of the bed, play some Les Brown or some Tony Robbins like, I'm inspired today. No, you're going to be groggy. You're not going to feel like doing it. And that's exactly what is going to set you apart from everybody else. You don't feel like doing it, but you do it anyways. So what you need to do is you need to wake up and you need to tie a why, right? What is your goals? What is your dreams? What are you trying to accomplish? Tie that to a why and understand, yes, in the short term, in the short game, I don't feel like doing this and I'm not going to enjoy doing this. But what is the end game? What am I trying to accomplish, right? It's going to be more painful not accomplishing that big thing, my goals, so on and so forth. Mine is retiring my mom. So for example, if I don't wake up today this morning, I don't feel like it. I'm basically saying, you know what, mom, all that stuff that you've helped me with and you raising me and so on and so forth, right? Screw that, right? No, it's going to be painful if I don't accomplish those big dreams or those big goals. So you want to go ahead and do the same thing. You want to make sure that you tie it to some sort of emotion. And another thing is ease into it. So instead of waking up if you're used to waking up at 5 a.m., instead of just going to 10 a.m. to 5 a.m., go to 9 a.m. for a week, then go to 8 a.m. for a week, and then go to 7 a.m. for a week, and then go to 6 a.m. for a week, and then go to 5 a.m. for a week. Ease into it. The same thing with trying to quit something like cigarettes. With cigarettes, don't just go cold turkey. With going to the gym, don't just go to 7 days a week because it's not sustainable. You're not going to keep it up. Now, another thing, right, is how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you want to be disciplined instead of motivated, right? If you want to learn how to do things that are hard, that you don't feel like doing, you have to incorporate that into your life. Being disciplined is a lifestyle. You're not just disciplined in one area, not the other, right? You can't be a party guy who loves to drink alcohol, who loves to party on the weekends, party, and then be disciplined with this specific project, because we are habitual creatures as humans. So if you get in the habit of being disciplined, then you need to be disciplined in your health. You need to be disciplined in your business. You need to be disciplined in your relationships. You need to be disciplined in all aspects of life. For example, right? If you were ever disciplined in a specific aspect of your life, right? One thing can actually trigger a turn of events, right? I remember being disciplined, and I was disciplined in my health, disciplined in everything, right? And I remember literally not eating unhealthy. And then one day I had like a muffin or something like that. And then after I had a muffin, I had another thing unhealthy. And then I had another thing unhealthy. And then that weekend I went partying, and then I drank alcohol. And then it spiraled. Now, another thing is, don't beat yourself up when you fall. Meaning, when you go ahead and fall, you're not the only person, right? You look at successful people and you think they're extremely disciplined. They're superheroes. They have no problems. No, they struggle with this all the time. I wake up in the morning at 5 a.m. and I don't feel like doing it. Not only do I not feel like doing it and still do it anyways, but sometimes I don't do it. Sometimes I'm not disciplined enough, right? I literally wake up at like 5:30, or I don't really hit the snooze button, but it takes me a little bit while to get out of the bed. Maybe I might sleep till 6 or 7. I don't let that beat myself up and say, you know what, because I failed this one time, I'm going to completely throw it out the window and I'm not waking up at 5 a.m. anymore. No, I failed this one time. Okay, it's a life lesson. Analyze the situation. Why didn't it work out? What can I do differently to avoid that? So for example, right, prepare yourself to be disciplined. So in order to be disciplined waking up in the morning, one thing that I do is I go ahead and put my phone, which has my alarm, and I put it so far that I have to get up and I have to go ahead and get my phone. Another thing is, instead of going back into my bed, I go to the sink and I go ahead and wash my face so I can wake myself up. And then I do a couple other things that allow me to remain disciplined. Now, I don't feel like waking up in the first place, but I have to get my phone, right? I don't feel like washing my face. I'd rather go back in the bed, but I'm making it easier to remain disciplined. For example, if you wanted to stop doing social media and you want to be motivated and you want to say no to things, and by the way, guys, being disciplined is not just being it's not like the opposite side of motivation, just doing things when you don't feel like doing it. Another thing is just saying no, being able to say no. It is powerful to say no. So for example, if you want to be successful and something's not helping you grow, right? I believe it's either weeds or waters. You're trying to grow a harvest. You're trying to grow yourself, and you either have weeds that are choking, right? Choking you and prevent you from growing, or you have water that's allowing you to grow. What in your life right now is not allowing you to grow? So for example, in your life, you might have a friend that's not letting you grow. Telling them no, that you can't hang out and you can't party with them, is you watering your harvest. It's you watering your plants. It's allowing yourself to grow, right? You're remaining disciplined. You're saying no. Another way is, and going back to what I said earlier, is let's just say social media. Social media, if you're not using it to make money, or you say you're using it to make money, but you're spending 5 hours on it, and of that 5 hours, you're spending 30 minutes to prospect, so that other 44 hours and 30 minutes is just wasted time. What I like to do is, the easiest way to remain disciplined is to remove certain things from your life. So literally, I deleted my Instagram app. It's off my phone. I haven't used it for 2 weeks. I love Instagram. I'm addicted to Instagram. But if I want to remain disciplined, right? If you love sweets, in order to play discipline, you don't got to be motivated and inspired and driven to do it. No, just be freaking disciplined and stay away from sweets. If you love alcohol, don't go to the bar. If you love these specific things, don't put yourself in those situations. Change your environment that makes it easier to remain disciplined. So, all in all, hopefully you got from this is that if you are lacking motivation, right? You're not alone. You're not the only one experiencing this. Successful people experience this all the time. They are disciplined. And even though they are disciplined, sometimes they still mess up, where they will remain disciplined and they'll fall off. But you don't just quit all that work that you've done because you've fallen off, right? Pick yourself back up and get back on the discipline train, right? Start from square one. It's okay to start from square one. Just get your head in the game and tie a why to it. Tie an emotional why of why you're doing what you're doing, so that way you're not taking aimless action, right? Being disciplined for no freaking reason, like, that's no fun. Alcohol, partying, and all that extra stuff is better than waking up and and waking up early and working and so on and so forth, right? If you're not working towards something, or if you're not trying to accomplish a goal, then being disciplined is kind of stupid, right? I mean, if you're living for the short term, you might as well live for the short term and enjoy your life, opposed to living for the short term and just being a disciplined person. Like, that's lame. But if you're working towards something, it makes sense to be disciplined, because the failure and the pain of not accomplishing that goal is going to be greater than the pain that you experience to be disciplined within that aspect of your life. So, discipline over motivation, my friend. That is the secret to motivation. The secret to motivation is don't rely on motivation, rely on discipline. So with that being said, if you guys like that video, go ahead and hit the subscribers button, hit the notifications bell to get notified every time I create new content. I also meant to say hit the like button. If you guys also want to work with me, go ahead and click the first link in the description and get access to a free training that'll teach you how I'm currently generating $1,000 paydays. And the cool thing is that anything in business, guys, is 90% mindset, 10% skill set. So with you gaining the mindset tools, now it's time to actually apply this towards a business model, right? So if you guys can remain disciplined and apply the skill set that I'm going to go ahead and give you access to, the sky is the limit. It'll allow you to live a life of time, location, financial freedom. Click the button down below, the first link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, your boy, Eric Ellis Jr., the Wolf of Marketing, checking out.